person is writing for web. I want some answers from you guys. I don't think so. You people are dumb that you're sitting in front of me. You're going to just listen, and I'm going to just say. So I'm hoping you guys to answer. So please do that.
Ma'am, can you please repeat the question?
The question is, what are the things that one should keep in mind while you're writing for website? The language and the style that one should follow while we're writing in online journalism. Yeah.
Ma'am, I guess it depends upon the subject which you are writing about. For example, if it is about entertainment, you have to be more informal. But if you're writing about something related to politics, you have to be kind of formal.
All right, but there are a few things. Yes, that's fine. You have to be. That's an overall thing. But what are the other things that one should keep in mind? Like what kind of articles that you should. What are the basic things like when we talk about writing for TV, writing in newspaper? We have a set of things, right? It should be the headline should be like this. It should be like that. So what are the things here that I want from you guys? No, I hope you're reading your books too. I'll just start explaining it one by one. Ready? So the most important thing while we are writing for web is we have to understand our audience. All right. If we don't know for who are reading our website, it's basically before getting into this, we have to understand one simple thing. That is, key for website, the readership totally is different from what we have for newspapers or the viewership that we have for television. In website, it is the readership is calculated by the number of page views, which is in short form we call it PVs, by the number of page views that we are getting for per story. Okay, but it's not when it comes to and so while we are talking about this, then the first thing that we have to keep in mind is we have to understand who our audiences are. Like who is reading, which side, which section of the country, which section of the which part of the country is basically reading what we are putting up on our website. So this is something that is really important. And so the first thing with the reading stuff comes is the audience. Please note down, audience is very important. Like we have to understand what our audience like, what kind of audience they are. Do they understand few things? Are they capable of understanding what we are talking to them? It should and it should sound really simple, but and then you should write in such a way that as if you are speaking, because that makes the job much more easier. Then the second thing is while writing, we have to consider is from just the readers, you have to also understand this thing that who is your primary audience. Because the audience is divided into two parts, primary and secondary. Primary audience is the one who's going to come to your website on a daily basis. Secondary audience is someone who is going to uh, secondary audience is someone who is going to come on your website who will be on and off of your website. It's not necessary for that person to come up and understand that. Okay, so the next thing that comes into the picture is the things that you're writing should be very straightforward. It should be very simple. The language should be the language has to be somewhere between TV and newspaper. Okay, so this is something that one should be very careful about, because writing for web, if the article is too tricky, if the words which are used in the article are too difficult, people are not going to read it. People will say, "Oh my God, why do I have to just sit with the dictionary to understand what this person is saying?" They're not going to read it. And it's going to be like, "All right, it's not required, so you can just go away with it. And I'm not going to read it from this website. I'll just go to some other website and check what's there." All right. So, and the one of the most important things that you should keep in your mind while covering the audience angle is that the information should be well written. All the facts should come in the first few paragraphs, so that the audience we can keep the audience engaged to what we are talking about. All right. So now, if you come to the second point of what we do here is the inverted pyramid. We all know, we all have read about it in our previous journalism classes. Be it this is a thumb rule for all formats, be it newspaper, be it TV, be it website, be it blogging. So inverted pyramid is very important. Is the principle that we all should follow. Like the degree of information should flow in the inverted pyramid format. So that is why it's being designed in such a way, and because the information is flowing, like the most of the information is coming on the top, and then slowly we are going down. So it's basically like you give the most important message of the on the top of the stage, and then you gradually drill down to some more specific and supporting information, and end it in a simpler note. All right. So these are the base. This is another point that that we should take care about. Then the third point is, sorry, you have to write short and simple sentences. It's not necessary that that the person that you're working with will understand, the person who is reading your article will understand everything that you're writing. You might be a person who loves to write hard hitting words, who prefers to use some complicated words in his articles to make it much more, use more adjectives to make the article look much better, to read much better. But actually, that's not helping. So, the thing is, when a person is reading on a website, he wants it to be very simple. Why is moved to website? Because it's been believed that newspaper articles are so tedious, newspaper articles are so difficult, so that's why they have moved down to this side, and they can easily, sorry, and they can easily work on it. And reading these does help. Then the next thing is, uh, it's better if we talk in active voice while we're writing for the website, because it's like if you say that you must have also experienced this thing while writing for website. It's like you must have it's like for an example, you can it would be like if you want to buy this particular product, you can visit to this particular website or click here, you will get this much amount of discount. So this is a direct way of talking. So it's better always to use direct format because it helps. The most important thing while writing for a website is you should tell them, you should try to communicate as much as you can through images, through graphics, through GIFs, because that is a plus point that you have, which is not a possibility in newspapers. Like making 3D illustrations, making graphics, and it adds on to your to the article that you have posted. So this is one of the things that one should take care about. One should keep in mind while they're working or writing for the website. Is it clear so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Then, so I think more or less you have understood what is it. Now I would want you guys to cover a few topics here and tell me, according to you, what are the things that one should keep in mind while we are writing for the website.
Ma'am, are we supposed to
Any?
say except what you explained?
Yeah. Apart from that, what are the things that you think are uh, a necessity while we are writing for the website? Tell me. I need answers, guys. I need answers. There are a lot of people I can see: Simran, Dipanshu, Rishabh, Tejas, V, Ayush, Pragya. So it's great if you can just answer and not just stare at me.
Ma'am, I think one feature could be you
Yeah.
have to write about the current situation, mostly in mostly case, because people want like reading about the past thing. Depends upon the case, but
So that's
still,
a normal thing. That's a normal, yeah. Yes. Hello. Am I audible?
yes, ma'am, you're audible. I think you have almost covered all the important features of writing.
There are a few that are still left. The second thing, one of the features are you have to maintain the editorial standards of your particular website while you are writing. Because see, we all know that when it comes to editorial standards, it's divided into a few things, few parts. One is the style sheet that we follow. The second is the uh, the things that we report about and the things that we don't report about. So these are the two things that we have to take care of. So when it comes to the style sheet, a lot of people, a lot of news houses, what they do is they consider sports. Matlab when it comes to sports writing, they consider a team as a singular noun. Okay, but a lot of houses consider it as a plural noun. So you have to understand that thing, which is matlab it totally depends on the editorial standards that you follow. So that is one issue. Then style sheet thing that we should take care about. The second thing is the second part of the editorial standard is what we report about and what we don't report about. A lot of places we have seen they don't report about things such as what we call mm, like uh, some actor is being trolled for something for posting a picture or something like that. So there are a lot of celebrities, there are a lot of people, a lot of media houses who don't who don't do stories on such things, who say just please ignore. A lot of then we have seen a lot of media houses doing stories on actor is wearing someone, so they have done a story saying that this actor is wearing Manish Malhotra and this that. So basically, this is something which is not a practice followed by all the media houses. So we have to understand who does what and how. So this is the thing. All right. Then a very important point while we are two very important points while we are writing for website is the search engine optimization writing. Search engine optimization writing is the key tool of for websites. So while you're writing for the web, SEO is very important. Search engine optimization is basically the keywords that we are using while we're writing the content. For if we talk about Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma are having a baby, so when they announced the news, the first thing we did was we saw uh, the first thing we typed on Google was Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma baby. Okay, so these were the three keywords that were used. है ना? So this is basically the search engine optimization. So if your article has these basic keywords and if you have used it repeatedly in the story, so your story will come on top on Google while you are working, while you are, when anybody is looking into it, when you are searching, when somebody is searching for it. Okay, so this you have to understand. This is basically the search engine optimization. So search engine optimization writing has is becoming has popularized over the time, where people are like you have to sorry when people are like you have to give us write this let's where people like during the exam season when there are a lot of examination results are coming out, the board results basically. So a lot of matlab, that time you must have seen if you type Bihar board results, so Indian Express, NDTV, Times of India articles are coming on top. Why? Because they are playing this search engine, because they are writing search engine optimized articles, and which is helping them in popularizing their website and getting more page views. Another thing that is here is key with search engine optimization. What happens is key you get a lot of it has if your article is coming on the top and you're clicking on it, it's helping you in your revenue as well. So this is another thing that one should take care of, that is being taken care of while we are writing for the website. Now, another point is cultural sensitivity. Very important in today's time. So, what is cultural sensitivity? May I please know? What do you, according to you, what is cultural sensitivity? Anyone? No? Anyone? Somebody should. What is cultural sensitivity? Yes, Dipanshu. What do you think? What is cultural sensitivity? What do
I
you
don't know,
understand
ma'am.
by this? What do you understand by this word? Culture, and you have sensitivity. So while writing for a website, you should take care about culture. Plus, while you're writing an article, you should be careful about culture and sensitivity. So what do you think? What does it mean? It's simple.
I don't know,
Just
ma'am.
anyone else? Ayush, Rishabh, anyone? No? All right. So basically, cultural sensitivity means in today's world, it is very important. You should not write anything that will that will hurt the sentiments of any particular religion, any particular caste, any particular creed. It should not hurt the values, ethics of any particular society that we are in. So, and you should you should not refer an actress or an actress as a sexual commodity. You should not refer an actor as you should not defame the actor's reputation in any way. So basically, these are and then you should have a check on your language. Okay. So these are the basic things that you should keep in mind when we talk about the cultural sensitivity. The most important is you should not hurt anyone. You should not talk about. You should not disrespect anyone. You should be very biased. You should then it should be while writing, you should not hurt anyone's sentiment. Hurting the sentiments of any particular caste or creed is not acceptable. It can put you in soup. So that's another thing which you all should be very careful about, which all we should be careful about while we're writing for website. So a lot of times we have seen now the another thing that is important while we're writing for the website is the length of the article. The length should be really, it should not be very long, because on in websites people don't like reading long articles. People prefer that the article should be small and it's easy to read. And if the article is very long, a lot of times what we have noticed is the user loses interest and they just read it halfway and leave the website, which is not a good thing for a website, because it hampers the PVs, and as well as what we are, sorry, it hampers the PVs as well as the viewer, as well as it questions the website's idea of functioning as well. So when we are writing, basically now while you're for website, the basic story length should be 300 to 350 words, not more than that. We have to should write very short paras and minimize the unnecessary information. Like then while writing, while using words, use small words, simple words, as I've told you earlier also. Break the content into different sections, leaving then make the information much more easy. It should be the reader should feel like he should feel comfortable while he's working on the article. So that's another thing. So another thing that we should be focused about, that is the readability and tone of our article. The tone and readability is really important, because the content should be easy to read, like in a conversational style, like as we are talking. So and don't use jargon, no acronyms, because the audience that we are working for is someone is basically the website. You have to focus. You have to think that the people who are reading the story on the website are those people who are not interested in the very hardcore news, and they're just here because they want us to focus on a few things. They want us to focus on life stories. They want us to focus on simple writing, because if they wanted something, if they wanted readers to be, if they were those readers who wanted to read stuff, who wanted to read hard news, so they should have got it from a newspaper. But no, they're not those. So now, so what they want basically is they wanted the article should be easy to read and in a conversational style that makes it easier and refreshing. The content should be refreshing. It's like ki, some written in a different style, not following the basic five W's and one H. So those are the things that those are the basic changes that are being brought that one can do while they're working for the website. All right. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So another point that we're going to talk about here is a lot of times you must have seen that working on an article, while while we're reading the piece, we are left with an incomplete information, which is like to be continued in the next round, something like that. So in this case, what we do is he we in this case, like let me put an example. It's like you're reading like the movie. 1 minute. Okay. So basically, this happens. This leave you to want for more. Basically happens for tech stories where they come up with a new update or some new or some they are here with a new update where they want you to sign up and just try the beta update. So they have this option for more updates. For more, you can just sign up here and you will find the details. Or we have a lot of times we have seen that while we are reading an article, so then they ask us if you want to read the entire piece, sign up with us. So 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 this is the thing that Ayush, please turn off your mic. Okay. So that's another thing that we have to take care of. So more or less, we've covered everything that we have to focus on while we are writing for the website. Can we quickly have a recap, please, one by one? I want every one of you to say 1 point each. Yeah, recap what I said. You must have written it, I believe.
Ma'am, language, short and simple. Not should be lengthy. Okay, that's what I remember.
You guys are not writing it. What I'm telling you guys. But you guys have to understand that it's an online thing and you should write what we are saying because we won't be able to give you handwritten notes. Anyone? What about yes, Simran? Tell me the points that we have just discussed in the class.
Ma'am, first point is audience, like primary or secondary. Primary that is coming on website on daily basis. And ma'am, things that you are writing should be very clear and easy. Information should be well written. And ma'am, inverted pyramid principles and search engine optimization, short and simple sentences. It's better if we talk in web articles in active voice. And cultural sensitivity, you should not hurt emotions of people against cultural sources. And ma'am, length of article or article should be easy to read, conversational hona chahiye.
Yes. What about others? I can see Kushi, I can see Pragati, I can see Simran. No, Simran is you. I can see Dipanshu and Ayush Verma here. Yeah. Want to I want to get a quick take on what you guys have gathered from the class from the session that we just had because we just have 2 minutes in this session and after that we have a 15 minutes break, I believe. Okay, I think we just have we have just less than a minute here right now. What I'm going to do is let's take this break. We'll again get back and I'll ask you guys if those who have not taken a note, then again we have to do a recap of the entire thing. All right. See you then. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.